Να πάμε να δούμε ένα βίντεο που ετοίμασε η σκηνοθέτης μας εδώ στην ΕΡΤ, η Αθηνά Καζουλέα. Έχει να κάνει με μια συνέντευξη που πήρε από έναν καθηγητή πανεπιστημίου, τον Dr. David Hendy, από το Πανεπιστήμιο του Sussex, και φυσικά εξηγεί όλο τον τρόπο λειτουργίας, μέσω Skype έγινε η συνέντευξη, όλο τον τρόπο λειτουργίας των δημόσιων μέσων επικοινωνίας σε όλο τον κόσμο. Να την παρακολουθήσουμε.
I think it's truly shocking to us in the UK, where closing down something like the BBC would be unthinkable. And I think the reason is that you can't afford not to have public broadcasting, especially at a time of political and economic crisis. It's when you need a public space of debate and discussion more than ever, a space that's free of commercial pressure and hopefully free from direct political interference. A space like that public service provides is absolutely vital. It's such an essential part of democracy. I think it's something that surely concerns the whole of Europe, because it is the economic crisis is something we're all aware of. And I think the essential journalistic aspect of this is that the public space that public service broadcasting creates is somewhere that is supposed to be calm, fair, and where it's not always the loudest voice that makes itself heard, that we have a whole ethos of tolerance and open debate. For any country, for citizens to be full-scale citizens, rounded citizens, it's not just a case of information. It's not just about reducing broadcasting to bare bones information. Important though that is, we become citizens, we become enlightened citizens, and we understand the world and become sympathetic and understanding to each other, not just through journalism, but through culture, through music, through drama, through all these other things. And that's why it's important that public service broadcasting is not just surviving, but surviving in a way which allows it to do all these things. I think the only thing that can be said to the Greek government is that the Greek government can't afford not to have public service broadcasting. It is a complete false economy to try to save money. The cost is too high. And what I would say to those who work for the public service broadcasting organization and ordinary Greek people who will miss this dreadfully is that this is something worth fighting to defend. Obviously, the situation in Greece is particularly intense, but we know that austerity economics has a grip elsewhere in Europe, and the general mood of austerity economics is one that unfortunately doesn't value public space and public service broadcasting. It sees it, unfortunately, as a cost rather than what it should see it as a benefit. And that, I suppose, is the problem. As long as we have austerity economics in control across Europe, public service broadcasting is always going to be at least a little bit vulnerable.